All right, so let's talk about scatter plots, some outliers, if they're positive, negative, linear, nonlinear, no association, any of those. Okay, so here we have a positive association because we are going up. The trend is going up. This random dot over here is considered an outlier. This would be something that has a negative association, but it's also non-linear. You see how it's going down and to the right. And then here, there is no association. Then we're going to talk about trend lines. So let's say you're showing somebody this, and they're like, I don't see it. And you're like, you see how it's like slowly going up the more you go to the right? And they're like, I don't see it. And you're like, you make a hand gesture. You're like, you see it? It's going this way. And they're still like, I don't get it. Me drawing a line going this is what I'm talking about. That's a trend line. Okay, what would be the trend line for this one over here? That would be something like that, sort of. This, there is no trend line because there is no trend. It has no association. Okay, now let's talk about different scenarios here. So we're going to be doing a chart of flipping a coin twice. All the possible scenarios should fit in this chart. So I have heads and tails, and I have heads and tails. So in this one spot, that would be heads and heads. This one would be heads and tails. This would be tails and heads, and this would be tails and tails. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go down to the bottom here, and we're going to be talking about this one here. You can totally see on the camera, and I'm going to make sure you can see the other one on the camera. Okay, so you flip a coin 3 times, but I want you to make a tree chart. So you flip a coin. So we have heads and tails as your first one, right? When you flip the coin for the first time, these are the only 2 options. Then, if you flip it again, that means that this splits into the same thing as the original. Heads, tails, right? Because now there's 4 different options. Because it could be heads, tails, heads, tails, which is what we went over here. So now I'm going to go and do it a 3rd time. So that splits this one into heads, tails, heads, tails, and heads, tails. So there we go. Those are all the 8 options. Heads, tails, tails, tails. Then I have tails, heads, tails, tails, heads, and tails. All of them are here. All 8 scenarios. Now here, the last one is the organized method. So, rock, paper, scissors 2 times. So I can do rock and rock. I'll start with the obvious ones, right? Rock, paper, and scissors. Okay, we get that out of the way. Now we'll do rock, paper, and rock, scissors, right? And I think we've got all the ones that start with rock. Rock, paper, rock, scissors, right? Now we'll do the next one, which is paper, rock, then paper, scissors, right? So now we have all of them. Paper, rock, paper, scissors. Then I do the last one, which is scissor, rock, and scissor, paper. And now I've hit every possible scenario of playing rock, paper, scissors twice. And that's it.